Check that you have all of your patterns. Front top, back top, sleeve, front skirt, back skirt. On the front top, sew up the darts. Repeat for the front skirt and back skirt. Sew the front top and back top panels together at the side seam with a 1 cm seam allowance. Repeat for the inner or lining panels. On the sleeve, on the wrong side of the fabric, mark out the center. Fold the sleeve into half and sew with a 1 cm seam allowance. Turn it inside out. Fold up the sleeve hem by 1 cm and iron well. Then top stitch 0.8 cm from the folded edge. Repeat for the top of the sleeve. Do not sew the armhole. Fold by 1 cm, iron and top stitch by 0.8 cm. Iron the side of the sleeve, then edge stitch. To attach the sleeve to the armhole, mark out the notches according to the paper pattern. Sew the sleeve to the armhole with a 1 cm seam allowance. Align the center of the sleeve to the side seam of the top. Make sure to start and end from the markings. Sew the front and back skirt panels together along the side seam with a 1 cm seam allowance. Sew the top and skirt panels together along the waist with a 1 cm seam allowance. Make sure to match up the side seams and the darts of the top and the skirt. Starting from the zip notch, sew the zipper to the center back with a 1.5 cm seam allowance. Check that the waistline aligns up. Finish up the rest of the center back with a 1.5 cm seam allowance, stopping exactly at the slit opening marking. At the slit opening, fold inwards by 1.5 cm and iron well. Then top stitch 1 cm from the folded edge. To complete the bottom of the skirt, fold the skirt hem by 5 cm and iron well. Then top stitch 4 cm from the folded edge. Baste the straps to the front top panel. Leave some extra ribbon just in case adjustments are needed after fitting. Align the lining to the main panel and sew with a 1 cm seam allowance, starting and ending exactly at the marking. Avoid sewing on the sleeve. Understitch on the inner front top panel, making sure to catch onto the seam allowances below. Moving on to the armhole. Align the inner top panel to the main at the armhole. Match up the side seams and sew the panels together with a 1 cm seam allowance. Avoid sewing on the sleeve. Turn it inside out and check that on the right side there are no folds or puckering along the armhole. If everything looks good, snip into the seam allowances to reduce the tension. Let's secure the strap to the main back top panel. Baste the strap down . Leave some extra ribbon in case alterations are necessary. Then try the dress on, making sure the strap is not twisted and it fits comfortably. Align the inner back top panel to the main and sew the panels together with a 1 cm seam allowance. Grab a pair of scissors and snip away half of the seam allowances to reduce the bulk. Then turn it inside out and iron well. Try the dress on and check whether the back of the dress lays flat against your body. If there is a gap, we will need to add an elastic band. If it does and there are no gaps, edge stitch to secure. This is how you add an elastic band if you need to remove the gap. Measure the desired length in order to remove the gap completely. Cut an elastic band with the same or slightly lesser than the measurement required. Sew the ends of the elastic band into the seam allowances. How you actually sew it on. By grabbing a piece of the seam allowance and securing the elastic band on each side. The elastic band is secured on the inside. Because it's inside, I'll be demonstrating with another elastic band to show you what to expect. Carefully push the elastic band towards the edge and sew just below the elastic band, creating a tunnel for the band to move around. Be very careful not to accidentally sew onto the elastic band. To secure the inner panel, sew on the right side exactly in the waist seam, catching onto the inner panel below. And there you have it! Your dress is completed.